she's my younger sister. People say we sometimes look alike.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's your girl, Emily Curl with iHeartRadio, and today we're talking about the song and music video, Following the Sun. We have Katy Tiz from Neeka here with us, and George from Super High. Hi, you two, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Of course, thank you both for being here, and welcome to Frame by Frame. We are going behind the scenes of your music video. We are deconstructing key moments. But before we do that, let's dive in for a second. So you said you wrote this song with one mission, and that was to make people happy. And the song definitely makes me happy. With that in mind, how did you decide on the concept of the video?
The team we work with over in Europe are incredible, and all of this was constructed in lockdown. So it was really difficult for us. I wasn't even in the same place as my brother, and we were all really separate. So unfortunately, we couldn't be in the video. So we worked with this director, and he had an amazing vision for the song, which is exactly that, just like escapism, making, being on holiday, being happy, and just like the sunshine, which we don't get much of that in the UK. So so he rolled in and came up with an amazing video that we were really happy with.
Now, being brother and sister, what is that collaboration like, working together?
I love it.
You laugh. George is like, yeah, it's okay.
She's my younger sister. People say we sometimes look alike.
Oh my God. Oh
no.
My God, already. Okay, let me explain this.
That won't be the.
How did you have that ready?
Honestly, okay, so I wasn't like the best looking child, and this picture haunts me forever. And it seems to, now I'm working with my brother, it seems to be coming up a lot more now, which is just great.
I love how you came prepared. You literally had it there. Ernie on standby and the
Well, she's more talented than me. She's better looking, so I've got to have something. I've got to have something ready to take her down.
I love it. It's too funny. All right, now, y'all, let's dive in. Let's jump into that first frame, Following the Sun, frame 1. So, of course, normally we like to start with setting the scene. So you talked a little bit about this, but tell me, where exactly was this location and where was it shot?
So this is in a little town in the south of France. The actress in this scene is actually the fiance, now wife, of the director, which is quite cool.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so it's like a family affair. That's so cute.
This whole thing is a proper family affair. Like the whole song and all the teams and stuff, it's a real family affair, isn't it?
But this is a little apartment, and that's that thing, it's like you can't fake how quaint and nice those sort of places are. So yeah, it's a cool location.
And now let's jump to our next frame. This was probably one of my favorite shots in the entire thing because, for one, I love this car. This is like my dream car.
Who doesn't love that car?
It's so sick. What type of, it looks like an old school Jeep, right? Is that what it is? What type is it?
It's an old Citroen, but Michael's desperate for this particular car, and he was trying to find one, and he couldn't find one anywhere. And they randomly walked into a car showroom in Nice, in the south of France. And they had about 10 of these cars, all in different colors.
Perfect.
Everything was on a budget, so it was like beg, steal, and borrow what we could, and how good it came out was just incredible.
And that's what the magic of it as well, because I think it's not super fancy, and that's something that we were like. The whole song, as I say, it's really real. It's about just having that dream and escaping life. And that's exactly how the video came across. I think the car is a really key part of this song.
Massive. Everyone comments on the car.
Who doesn't like that car?
So true.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to drive it or park it, but I'd like to pretend.
But it's nice to just know it's there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so now let's jump to our next frame, and we kind of touched on this, but let's talk about the cast who's featured. So who are these two women that we see in the video?
So one of them is Michael's now wife. And I don't actually know who the other one is.
No, I think they did like a friend. Again, it was really difficult because of COVID, so I think they had to keep the cast as small as they could. Otherwise, we would have been there with them.
I mean, we would have been there with them, but I mean, I think I can speak on behalf of me and Megan and say these girls are super hot. So we were really
They're
happy
so hot.
We were in the video. We were like, we're just,
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'll never get away with it.
Oh my God, I love it. Katie, we need something back. Do you have something of George? I feel like you have to
don't
do
you
that.
worry.
I've got it already. This is it. She doesn't need anything else.
How similar? Like, who looks more similar now? Huh? I mean,
yeah, that's amazing that it's right there. Okay, so let's jump on to our next frame that we have. Again, we obviously see these road trip vibes. What locations did you stop at, and was this done in one single day?
Yes, this was. So it is basically a road trip. So it is, it's the Côte d'Azur, which is the south of France. I can't remember the name of the road, but it's a road that if you were to drive from Nice and just drive west across the bottom of France, that's the road you'd take. So it's like the ultimate road trip road. As you can see, there's not a lot of traffic because we were in the middle of a pandemic, and it's not too busy. So it probably doesn't look quite like that in the middle of summer. No. It's probably a little bit busier, but
we should go and drive it one day.
100%.
We should definitely, once we're
borrow
actually
the Jeep,
out.
do the whole thing again. Yeah.
Beep, beep, I'll drive.
All right, let's move on to our next frame. I want to talk about this Leica film camera for a second. It's so cool. Was this Michael's that he brought to set?
This is a really key point actually, because I haven't seen the film that was developed, but there must have been shots.
Yeah.
And when we actually meet Michael, I really want to. There were some like stills from the actual video, but I haven't seen any photos from that camera. But again, we wanted the video to feel sort of timeless.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into that next frame. So we see these like amazing cliff jumps. I honestly need to go on vacation after watching this. Like, tell me a little bit about this shot in particular. And again, getting those water shots, which I feel like take you just to such a place.
We did. So when we spoke to the guys, the first thing we'll do is wherever we are, we'll go and find some rocks to jump off into the sea. There's literally
true.
Wherever we are, UK, France, Greece.
It's really hard in New York.
Yeah, we don't do that here. Are you both adrenaline junkies?
Yeah. No way. I think Megan and I are very similar in your look of
I've seen Kate jump off some things. They're about this high.
Yeah, this chair.
But
actually, this shot is also the single art, isn't it?
Yeah. So they used their camera, which had like a box on the front, so they could get the above and. If you see what I'm saying, so you can see above and below the water for the shot when it's.
Wait, like they had the camera floating? They had it on a.
Yeah, so it's in the water, and then it's got a plastic box in front of it, so it's sort of the lens is above and below, so you get half and half.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And again, like you can just see it. That's the south of France. The water's super clear.
Yeah.
Lovely and warm. We were back in England. It was raining. Snowing.
We were swimming.
You're like, great. God, y'all had a good time. It looks great.
Yeah. Thanks for showing us these.
Yeah.
But then when we got the stills back from this actual shot, we were like, this is the single art. This is it. This encapsulates everything we want from the song. So.
Let's move on to our next frame because I want to talk about this shot. It's so cool. If I think of like the most peaceful place in my mind, I feel like this would be it. I'm curious for you guys, like when, the world feels overwhelming, when your life feels overwhelming, where do you go now that feels like the most peaceful and at home?
Every day he will be on the water, him and Rick.
Yeah, I get.
Oh, so y'all actually in the water. Okay.
On the water at the beach. We live about 5 minutes away from the beach, so. That's the place to go.
It's not quite like the beaches in America, but it'll do.
It's so funny. Well, Katy, what's that for you?
I live in the centre of London, and so does Megan as well. So it's really nice for us when we come down here and we go in the studios with you guys because it's like that reset.
All right, last frame. I love this moment with the rocks because I feel like it's very ASMR vibes with the toes, the hands. Talk to me a little bit about this shot and where it was.
So this gravel was like, what do they call it? Reflexology. I can't even say that
twice.
I've only had one beer. Reflexology. So like you walk on the gravel and it's all really, really smooth, really small, round stones, and it's like I don't know. It's almost like having a massage, walking on the gravel.
Now, when people watch this video back, what are you hoping is like the big takeaway when you look back at a big picture?
So we. Well, about 5 or 6 years ago, we actually went to the iHeart Festival in Vegas, and we were in LA, and Rick and I had one car and Kate had another car, and we basically took the longest way we could. We went to Barstow and went north, and we had this incredible road trip together. And this is for us, this just takes us back to that. And if anyone's ever got like a trip in mind or a road trip that they can be transported back to, this is what it's all about, traveling, being happy, being free.
Yeah, creating memories. There's nothing fancy about this video, and that's what makes it so special. There's no like big light shows or anything like that. It's just like the pure bliss and nature and stuff like that. And it is beautiful, and it definitely resets us for sure.
Oh, I love that. So well said. Because I felt the same way watching it, honestly. You're right.
Right.
There's like, in simplicity, there's specificity. So I feel like we've all been there.
Yeah, totally, exactly. And I think we all need that now and again. And definitely the pandemic has made us all stop and like reset and think and just take a breath and have a look around. And I think this video really explains that really well.
Plus, the South of France Tourist Board paid us 10 million quid to do it.
Oh yeah, we forgot to say that.
So you're like, yeah, right. Katy, George, y'all are so fun. This has been so great. Thank you both for being here, and congratulations on following the sun. Before we let you both go, tell us a little bit about what we can expect from each of you, any upcoming projects, any new music, fill us in.
Negan and myself are working on some new music for Neeka. I mean, who knows? Watch this space. Maybe we'll do some stuff with Super High if my brother's nice to me in the future. And yeah, it's all, we're loving seeing everyone's reaction to Following the Sun is really mind blowing. Like, I can't even explain how amazing it is seeing everyone connect to the song so much. And yeah, it's amazing watching that grow. But yeah, working on new music and then just onwards and upwards.
Amazing. Well, we cannot wait for that. Katy, George, thank you both so much again for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.